Okay, we are on a roll today. We only have 2 short stories left. And this one is a song. The story comes from a song I wrote in 2001. And it's called Our Daily Walk. And it reminds me of my best friend, Sister Heather Spears, that I met in Nova Scotia. Our daily walk. How can we humbly find the fruit? How many miles must we walk? Our destination's around the bend. Let's show our family where we've been. We walk each day in hand with Him. We know our trek is long and cold. Our destination's round the bend. The walk has shown us where to go. With faith we see eternal glow, the stars we know so very well. We've come so far we won't be turning back. Celestial glories on the map. Hey, Heather. Oh, Heather and I talked on the phone every day. It was such a blessing to have her in my life when I was a young mother. And here's the story. Our daily walk. Once upon a time there was a star that had not been seen in the sky before. It could be seen everywhere in the world at the same time, and it was a star appeared at the same time of the birth of Jesus, our Savior, our Redeemer, just like the Bible tells us. And all across this earth, the whole world, people were watching for this star to appear. 3rd Nephi says, many and most people did not believe in what the prophet of God had told us would happen. To watch for the star, they trusted more in their own strength and wisdom. But those who believed walked in the ways of God. They were looking for the sign of the birth of Jesus Christ. Because this sign was so important, it would be seen by all the people that were living on the earth at that time. And God not only spoke this to His holy prophets on one continent of the world, but also all His children in the world on the earth. Even in other continents. Samuel the Lamanite on the American continent spoke as a prophet of God during such times, in telling his people about the star that would appear at Jesus' birth. The Book of Mormon tells us that there was a star given, 3rd Nephi 1:19, that no darkness in all the night would be on his birth. So there would be no darkness at his birth. Since at last all the words of the prophets had been fulfilled, these things were fulfilled. Yet many people were convinced of the error of their way, and they did confess that they were wrong, and they did confess their faults. Yet Satan still had a hold on his band of Gadianton robbers in secret places. And the secret combinations were even in the American continent, and it consisted of dark-skinned and white-skinned and dissenters of all races. And the wickedness of the rising generation increased, and thus, not walking in the ways of God daily, the faith of the righteous began to decrease. 3rd Nephi chapter 2. All the Lamanites and Nephites who were valiant in the work to worship their Lord unto the Lord were forced to unite and take up arms to protect their women and children, and also their freedom and liberties. Boy, does this ever sound like today, what's happening today. You know, history repeats itself. And their privileges for worship were going to be taken away by the Gadianton terrorists. This war became exceedingly sore, and they didn't manage to drive them back or away. They did for a time. We know that this continues today, this war, when we do not walk with God. How important is it to walk with God? Our daily walk.